Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your boyhood Diggity the Rock Reactor, back with another video. Yes, sir. Before I proceed, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know what country, what city, what mountain, what hill, what cave, what island, what planet, what universe. Let me know where you at. Represent your hood. Yes, sir. We got Frank Zappa with the mothers. I guess he's with the mothers. I'm always going to assume that he's with the mothers. You know, I just finished watching. Well, I seen the other day, but I seen it again just so I could have the right information. It was a short where they were interviewing Mr. Eric Clapton, talking about Zappa. He said that Zappa was a cynic. He said, I went to his house, he invited me to his house, and when I get there, he's in the front of the house with a jack. And he says, well, where's your guitar? And he was saying that it was just short, so he kept on skipping. It wasn't like a full interview. And he said something to the effects of that he loved the band, he loved the composition, he loved Frank, but that to really understand the music, you have to understand the mixture or the combination. I think he said something to the effects of, you have to understand jazz, rock, and humor. You have to understand. So I guess he meant the combination of it all, because I'm assuming that Eric Clapton would understand rock, and then he said he loved them and his band. So I'm assuming that he meant the combination of it all. You know, when you just mix all of them in a ball, what you get sometimes is hard for people to fathom or hard for people to understand. But anyway, let's get right to it, guys. This is Frank Zappa. This one's called Cosmic Debris. And before we do, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the description. Let's get right to it. This is Zappa, Frank the Cosmic Debris. Frank Zappa, Cosmic Debris.
Mystery man came over and he said, I'm out of sight. He said for a nominal service charge I could reach nirvana tonight.
Damn.
If I was ready, willing, and able to pay him his regular fee, he would drop all the rest of his pressing affairs and devote his attention to me. But I said, oh, yeah, brother, who you jiving with that cosmic debris? Who you jiving with that cosmic debris? Oh, dear brother, don't you waste your time on me.
And by the way, no, he's not with the mothers. These are definitely not the mothers, because the mothers have some blacks, some whites. These are definitely not the mothers, guys. Let me know if anybody knows this band.
Well, the mystery man got nervous and he fidgeted around a bit. He reached in the pocket of his mystery robe and he whipped out a shaving kit. Now I thought it was a razor and a can of foam.
See, so this is considered rapping right here. I bet you this was in the 70s. See, he's rapping right here. He's basically rapping, and people just say, but people were rapping before rap.
Mystery man got nervous and he fidgeted around a bit. He reached in the pocket of his mystery robe and he whipped out a shaving kit. Now I thought it was a razor and a can of foaming goo.
See, and then let's say he's not rapping, he's rhyming, right? He's rhyming. I would call it rapping, and he's doing it over a bass line.
Out a shaving kit. Now I thought it was a razor and a can of foaming goo. But he told me right then when the top popped open, there was nothing his box won't.
Yeah, I think that's the mothers, because I recognize that dude. That dude is from the mothers right here. Well, then I lowered it. That dude right there is from the Mothers.
Groove. But he told me right
Yeah.
then when the top popped open, there was nothing his box won't do. With the oil of Aphrodite and the dust of the Grand Wazoo. He said, you might not believe this, little fella, but it'll cure your asthma too. And I said, okay, brother, who you jiving with that cosmic? Now what kind of a guru are you anyway?
Notice how he didn't say guru. He said, what kind of a guru are you?
You're jiving with that cosmic. Now what kind of a guru are you anyway? Okay, brother, don't you waste your time on me.
See that bass line, I'm willing to bet anything that bass line was sampled in some rap songs or many rap songs. You know, guys, we need to understand if you're really a music lover, like I am, like I consider myself to be. Um, I'm not talking about my music knowledge. I'm talking about me just loving music overall. Now, if you appreciate music, you would definitely have to appreciate this because you know if you're really listening to this, you will know that a lot of bits and pieces that you hear, a lot of bits and pieces were taken from here and adapted to modern music, to the music you hear today. You hear a lot of bass line, a lot of guitar, and a lot of bands copied a lot from this because you could tell these guys were originators. These guys are prototypes.
I've got troubles of my own, I said, and you can't help me out. So take your meditations and your preparations and ram it up your snout. But I've got a crystal ball, he said, and he held it to the light. So I snatched it all away from him, and I showed him how to do it right. I wrapped the newspaper around my head so I looked like I was deep. I said some mumbo jumbles then, and I told him he was going to sleep. I robbed his rings and pocket watch, and everything else I found. I had that.
See? He's definitely rapping. He's talking about robbing people. He's talking about robbing people. He's definitely he could be the first. Well, no, there was rapping before that, but hey, he's talking about robbing people. He's definitely rapping now.
Some mumbo jumbles then, and I told him he was going to sleep. I robbed his rings and pocket watch, and everything else I found. I had that sucker hypnotized.
So before NWA, you had Frank Zappa.
Mumbo jumbles then, and I told him he was going to sleep. I robbed his rings and pocket watch, and everything else I found. I had that sucker hypnotized. He couldn't even make a sound. I proceeded to tell him his future then. As long as he was hanging around, I said, the price of meat has just gone up, and your old lady has just gone down.
Damn.
Well, yeah, brother.
Damn.
Who you driving with that?
The price of meat has just gone up and your old lady is going down. Oh, damn. You wildin'.
As long as he was hanging around, I said, the price of meat has just gone up, and your old lady has just gone down. Well, yeah, brother. Who you jiving with that cosmic debris? Now, who you jiving? Don't you
Who
know
you jiving with that
you can make more money as a
cosmic
butcher? So don't you waste none of your time on me.
You know, the thing is that the lyrics, they were very like subliminal. Like you have to decode them. Like really have to sit down and know. I guess you have to be somebody in the band, or you have to ask Zappa, what does he mean? I guess nobody knows what the hell he really means. We could question it, like we could guess, but we don't really know. But anyway, that was incredible, guys. All I could say is this, man. You could say whatever you want. Whatever you want, you could say about Zappa. You could say he's cynic. Whatever you want about Zappa, but One thing I know is that he's one talented SOB, guys. We all gotta agree on that. He was. May he rest in peace. And like I said, yeah, this looks like it was the prototype of a lot of music that came out. A lot of bits and pieces are still being probably taken from here and sampled or copied to do other music, to do modern music. So anyway, guys, you already know, man. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the description. Peace, love, and God bless.